Good morning. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am Chief Coaching Facilitator and co-founder of my company, Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please join me for this video and others at my website, abundantlifeslc.com. Thanks, guys, as always. A beautiful, very warm and steamy day in Chicago. So I will be out in it at some point today, again, getting those purposeful calories. We got a couple weeks left on our diet run here and our weight loss goals. And so stick to it, have the faith, keep doing those actions every day, get some rest, eat a good diet, plenty of fluids when it's this hot, and go for it. Make that change in your life. Today I wanted to talk about, because we finished up yesterday with the medicine wheel, and we were talking about that foundation and that foundational principles that we need to set in place and make sure that those are strong and built on terra firma, so that we can build something on top of that that's going to last and it's going to sustain and it's not going to need a terrible lot of maintenance. We don't want a shortcut in this process. So today what I wanted to talk about is this idea of my purpose in life. What is my life's purpose, and what actions can I take to be consistent now that I've done this? I've gotten the medicine wheel, I'm finding out what's inside of me. Okay, now I know what I'm bringing to the table. What is my life's purpose, and what is it to have purpose, and what does it feel like, and why is it important? Well, life's purpose, or your purpose, again, is a fundamental thing that's inside of us. We all need to have purpose to feel good about ourselves. What's fundamental is forming a necessary base or core of central importance. So if I'm doing something that's fundamental to my core and to my inside, I want to pay very, very close attention to that. So purpose itself in the noun form is the reason something exists or is done, made, used, an intended desired result, an end, an aim, a goal. It's determined and it's resolute. So that is a wonderful description of the word purpose. And there's lots of things in there. It exists or is done, made, used, an intended or desired result. So if you think about, we were talking about the truths that exist in our lives as we're living our life. And if that life doesn't seem to have purpose, or it doesn't seem to be going in the direction that we want it to, that exists. And so now we have to have a determined aim to get a different result, a different truth in our life, a different end, a different aim, by setting some goals, determined goals, and resolute goals. I'm not going to let anything get in my way that has priority over my purpose in life. Why would I do that? So if I get up in the morning and I've got these narratives going on in my head, well, I'm too busy to work out, I'm too busy to do this, the kids are there and so forth. And if I don't take time to, as we said, that unshakable linkage between prayer, meditation, and self-examination, if I don't do that, then I'm likely going to miss my aim in life. I'm going to miss my purpose. And so I need to take direct aim at that. And in order to find it, I have to do the things that are necessary for me every day for me to feel better and feel that the way that I want to feel. And if that takes a medicine regimen, as I have to follow, if it takes a physical regimen, regimen, financial, spiritual, then I have to do all of these things to get to my aim in life. And I believe God, as I understand Him, wants me to be happy, wants me to be fulfilled, but I have to take some action on that, as we've discussed many, many times. Consistent, determined, and resolute action to get to my purpose in life. So when I do something with purpose, I have a determination. When activities have a purpose, you have an aim or an intention. So I've got these goals now, I have an aim and I have an intention, and I have to follow through on that every single day. So what happens to the word purpose when we use it as a verb? And it's kind of not used as a verb very often anymore, but I think it's quite revealing. So a verb in this sense, purpose, using it as a verb, meaning to reach a decision or to intend on something. So I'm making a decision now, a purposeful decision that I'm going to change my life and I'm going to follow these activities. And nothing is more important than that. I don't want to be sitting on my deathbed someday saying, gee, I didn't really know what my purpose was. I didn't really kind of haphazardly went through life. And the meter's running, guys. The clock is ticking. I'm 58 years old now. And I don't know how much time I have left, but I want to dedicate each day that I can to bring service to others, compassion, empathy, all of those things that we talked about in that medicine wheel. And I found that I needed that medicine. I found that I need the program of AA because it gave me purpose. It gave me hope. And I can tell you, faith, faith, all it is hope with a track record. So I was hoping for things to change and so on, but I had no faith because I had no track record, because the way I was doing things all the time ended up with the same result. And I had to change that. I had to have some faith that if I followed different, resolute, determined, intended goals and aims in my life, that my purpose in life would change. And it has very dramatically. So Psychology Today has written a lot about this, about human beings, and the need for a purpose in our human life is one of the defining characteristics of us as being humans. And it goes on to say we crave purpose in our lives and suffer serious psychological difficulties when we don't have it. Purpose is a fundamental component of a fulfilling life, what I call an abundant life. So here are 6 ways that you can find and keep purpose in your life. Overcome isolation and discover your purpose in life. Well, step 1 is to read. And I have become a voracious reader, and I read self-help books and anything I can get my hands on that talks about purpose and talks about legacy that I'm leaving behind and destiny. And that medicine wheel was one of them. And again, it's a tool. But I find the more that I read and the more that I know I don't know, I find this enlightenment. I find this connection from what I'm reading to what is inside of me and what I'm bringing to the table, and therefore I feel I can change that. Turn hurts into healing for others. I just did that with my father-in-law. We had a disagreement over a golf game, and I was hurt by what he said, and I thought about it, I reflected upon it, I meditated on it, I prayed on it, self-examined what I was bringing to the table, and I admitted what my fault was in that process, and so did he, and we healed from that. And I feel very, very good because he's a very important man in my life. Cultivate awe, gratitude, and altruism, as it was talking about, service to others. Create awe in other people's lives. Give them credit for things that they have done. Embrace them for their journey. Embrace them for their intentions and wanting to change. Don't be an impediment to that. Be a source of strength for them, of support, and you might get that back. Listen to what other people appreciate about you and what other people know about you. That was very difficult for me to take a compliment. Why? Because I didn't think I deserved it. I was just wrapped in shame and guilt for the behaviors that I had, and I couldn't listen. Find and build a community at church, self-help groups, the health club. There's all kinds of places where you can go and bring your spirit to that community and help build it, make it better than when you got there. Tell your story, warts and all, your life's puzzle. Because when you tell your story and when you're honest about your story and when you're being vulnerable about that, it helps other people and it also helps you. 6 ways to get purpose, guys. Hope that helps. Go for it.